Well, good evening. This is Angie, and welcome to the Gripe. Today's gripe is going to be a little touchy, and I just wanted to say right offhand, I hope that it does not offend anyone. The gripe is exempt to some people, of course, but overall, you'll get what I'm talking about as I'm speaking. So, again, all conditions are not the same. My gripe today is about adults who still carry their childhood with them every day in their adulthood. My gripe today is about adults who carry their childhood with them every single day into their adulthood. If you don't understand what I'm saying, let me explain it to you. I was raised by my stepfather, who was the most wonderful man in the world. I didn't know who my biological father was. He never made any attempt to contact me or to try to get to know who I was. I've tried to reach out to him a few times or whatnot like that, but I got the impression that I was bothering him, or that, that I wanted something from him. Didn't want anything, but just to know, who you are, and wanted to know who I was. My mother was an alcoholic and abused drugs. So at the age of, I think about 10 or 11, I ended up living with my stepfather. He ended up taking custody of me, my sister, and my brother. I remember nights where my mother was pregnant with my youngest brother and would make me, at 10, 11 years old, walk the streets of Detroit at night. It could have been like 1 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, I don't know. But would wake me up because she was drunk, she was pregnant, we didn't have any food, and she was hungry, and would make me walk the streets of Detroit with a butcher knife, my little brother on my hip, and my sister at hand, to walk 4 blocks to my grandmother's house to get her a hot dog or a sandwich, just so she can eat because she was hungry. Now, because my mother would do things like that, it's a whole lot more. We were beaten and abused, whatever like that. But I never let my past dictate my future. Because I was abused in that manner as a child, I never let it, hinder, what I do throughout my life. I think that is why I have developed such a thick skin. And people, sometimes say that I come off, mean or rough or whatever like that. That's only because I had to. This is the reasoning for my, disposition. It's not because I'm nasty and I'm holding a grudge or whatever like that. It's just that I have had to learn how to be this way. And even though I'm nice and sweet as pie, but you're not going to run over me. So this is what I'm saying. Because I did not let my childhood dictate my adulthood, because I know right from wrong, I'm fine. Now, of course, I'm not perfect. I do have flaws or whatnot like that. But what irks me is when grown people who have gone through the same type of things I have gone through. I'm not talking about as far as being molested or raped by, family members or things like that. That's different. That's a whole nother ball game, a whole nother field. I'm talking about the same field that I am, where you didn't know your father, your mother wasn't taking care of you, or you didn't have food on the table and you were, impoverished or whatever like that. These are the people I'm talking about, who decide on every day, well, I didn't have this when I was growing up, so this, that, and the other, whatever like that, and act like they don't know right from wrong, or don't know that they can learn how to be a certain type of way. Okay. So, without really giving away too much, because of the person I'm about to talk about may know exactly whom I am talking about, I don't want others to know. So, let's just use this scenario right quick. Because I have a pet, you can't take care of yours, and I offer to help take care of your pet for you. Now you say, okay, whatnot. And I have your pet for several days. I may take your pet over to somebody else's house too as well, because they have a pet. And, their pet can, interact with yours, whatnot, like that. Now, you didn't drop any food off with your pet or anything like that, which is, okay. So it's fine. I can take care of that. But the thing about it is that you did not call or don't call to check on your pet to see how it's doing on a daily basis. That is what gets me. Everybody has the same 24 hours in a day. It is just how you choose to spend your 24 hours. It only takes a good 30 seconds, because you don't have to hold no conversations to call and say, how dog doing? Oh, dog is fine. You want to talk to dog? Hold on. Ruff, ruff. Talk to dog for about 25 seconds. You talking to dog to find out how dog doing, just so dog can hear your voice. All right. Okay then. All right. Talk to you later. All right. Bye. $30 is all dog needs every single day. Everybody has 30 seconds. You cannot say that you don't have 30 seconds in a day to call to speak to your dog. Now, I remember when one of my dogs went off to college, and I called that dog like 2 to 3 times a day. That dog was tired of me calling and checking up on it. Well, I understand, maybe because that's in my nature, because I'm a woman, but that's no excuse. A dog owner is a dog owner regardless of gender. You get what I'm saying? Okay? So, if someone is kind enough to take care of your pet for you, or pets, whatever the circumstances is, and you're not giving anything to help and aid in that caregiving, you need to take 30 seconds out of your time each day to call and talk to that pet. Now, I have a family member who lives in the past of their childhood. Now, they might not say it, but their actions speak louder than the words. Anytime somebody mentions, well, you didn't grow up like I grew up, that's an excuse to be an idiot. And when I say that, I mean the ones who grew up like how I mentioned earlier. I'm not talking about the ones in extreme conditions, because that plays a different, that's, like I said, it's a totally different ball game. But to me, because I've been there in that situation that I spoke of earlier, to me, that's just making excuses. Like my husband would use the terminology, at what age? At what age? At what age do you stopped? At what age do you stop blaming your childhood for what you go through in your adulthood? It's a new day and time now. You gotta let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Stop holding on to your past, because all it does is hinder you from what you are supposed to have in your future. Your blessings are being blocked because you keep blaming people for your past. So that is my gripe for the day. I hope that it can open somebody's eyes to say, well, maybe she might be right. Because I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all gonna say, I know that person you talking about. Because I know several of them. So, today's gripe. Make sure you subscribe, comment, and like. And I'm Angie again. And thank you for viewing The Gripe. Peace out, y'all.